Hello, my lovely Leos. This is your reading for the week of June 22nd, or when you hear it and it resonates. And of course, it will not be for every Leo. Likewise, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or a lot of Leo in your chart. So here we go. Leos, I have two images that are in my mind as I'm starting to work with your energy. One is you standing on a platform with a megaphone and you're calling out to the crowd. And as a charismatic person, you are certainly being heard and you are having no difficulty in presenting your thoughts and who you are. And then there's the second one. There's the you behind that. And you're standing on a pedestal and you're standing there quietly with your hands cupped very gently at your solar plexus. And you are simply radiating this magnetic energy. And what happens as you do that is you reach, it goes beyond the sound vibration of the megaphone. It goes way beyond that, and it doesn't just go out in front of you, it's radiating all around you. And this is what I feel is important for you right now, because what I was hearing is that sometimes for Leos, the movement into higher consciousness can be challenging for a couple of reasons. One is that you have great confidence in your personality structure. You tend to, for the most part, figure you've got it figured out because you really can be very smart. You can pick up things like that. You can pick up languages, you can pick up skills, and you can do it really, really well and usually fairly quickly. So people rely on you and you get used to that, and it reinforces your sense of being able to handle things and do things well. And so who wants to give that up? There's a security and a confidence in that. But it is very ego, personality oriented. So there is a tendency to stay attached to that personality, that ego orientation, and to believe that what you are saying and doing is the right way. You're sometimes slow to question whether or not the way you are doing things is the best way for you, for your spiritual growth, for your evolution, for your relationships even. Because you can have your ego poked in a way that now will create this kind of a situation for you rather than, oh, what can I learn from that? So it's the ability to take yourself beyond the you that you know, which is really going to allow you to make choices, make new choices that are really based on compassion, because you do have that capacity, this great capacity for compassion, when it is still really, really linked primarily to your ego self. That's where you can get into overgiving, and you can also get into the overgiving with the expectation of receiving back, or not even necessarily receiving back, but just the tendency to feel as though everybody is going to accept you or should accept you exactly the way you are without question. That it should go your way because you know what you're doing, and that's probably the best way. You don't always realize that sometimes that force of ego coming out like this can feel not suggestive but directive. And it can feel sometimes like an affront to the person you're offering it to. Even though you're doing it from what you feel is a nice place, it's still very ego-centered. So now what you're being told is notice the difference between the megaphone and the energy going out and the sound going out like this. And the other one, which is that same sense of elevated wisdom, knowledge, support coming from that deeper part of you, that part of you that is linked to the inner self, the truth of who you are. Okay? So this movement towards self-awareness and self-compassion is sometimes a little trickier for you. It's tricky for any of us who are really, really seriously anchored in our egos and are secure in them in a way where we're not really too happy to give them up. It's all a part of the process. And again, for you, one of the great things that you have, look at the great leaders that are Leos, because you have the power, the momentum, the energy to be able to do that, right? And the kind of leaders we want are the kind that are really operating from that sense of radiating compassion, love, peace, strength, confidence, with that wisdom that comes from that heart centered awareness and self awareness. Allergy season. My dears, I'm going to leave you with that. I hope this is helpful. I think it's quite beautiful. And clearly, Source wants you to elevate and grow because you've got so many wonderful qualities already developed. It's shifting again. It's like all of us, shifting up the frequency a little bit. So now it's expressed in a different manner from a different depth. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. Much love. Take care.